The disposable black girl trope. Let's talk about it.
You hide it forever.
We
Ricky,
got yapping
when I
about
catch you, Ricky.
nostalgia in the
Ricky,
building.
when I catch you, Ricky.
Can we
Ricky,
stop
when I
with the
catch you, Ricky.
disposable black girl trope? Please, can we stop? Like,
Let's hear it.
free my people from these shackles. So, if you don't know what the disposable black girl trope is essentially when a black girl is a love interest, usually to a white character. But she's not the in-game love interest, and the white character ends up with another white character. And basically, she is
The middle
there
girl.
to help build up the white character and make them realize who they are as a person and who they should really end up with. I'm honestly so tired with the disposable black girl trope. It has been in the media ever since I was young. And one
Okay, let's see it. Let's see it. Joe, haven't seen it. The Good Place. Oh, cheat. Wait, Simone. Oh, you right. You totally right. Simone really did get replaced for it, but I ain't gonna spoil. I ain't gonna spoil The Good Place. Uh, Danny, Sam, Valerie, Bonnie, and like every other love interest she had. Let's see. Let's see. Is there any names in here else that I know? The Boys, haven't seen it. Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Harvey Ross, Sabrina. Charlie and Ross, Friends. Grey's Anatomy. Hey, she got the list for real.
I remember
She
the
got the
most
list for
is
real.
the
I
black
like how she put pause and read. I didn't even read that part until later.
girl from Danny Phantom. If you don't know, Danny Phantom was my show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Danny
don't
Phantom
swear.
was
You're
a
going to lose your
typical
money.
kid, but he
Oh, yeah.
became a ghost
You don't have it yet,
hunting superhero. But there was this particular girl in there, and her name was Valerie Gray. So Valerie
totally
Gray,
forgot
she
about
was
this
an
character,
interesting
bro.
character. I loved her character.
Totally
Valerie
forgot
Gray
about her.
and Danny were
She did
enemies
show up
to
a couple
lovers.
times, for real.
They instantly had a connection with Valerie. She was one of the popular kids, but she always had a soft spot with Danny when he was not
Yeah,
doing
Danny Delane,
superhero
bro.
hunting. But the thing that annoyed me with how they did Valerie was that even though Valerie and Danny had such a good connection, you can tell the creators of the show would put Sam as the end game for Danny.
Yeah, 100% they did. But
Sam,
that's the
I
homie.
hated Sam. I didn't hate her,
What?
but like her and Danny together just did not make sense.
I need to have a whole video on why you hate Sam. Legitimately. Why do you hate Sam? I need to hear it. I need to hear this hot take because I know it's gonna be hot.
There was no connection and she was just there. It was a disposable black girl after they broke
I need
up
you to-
and he
I need to hear more
got
of his
himself
take.
together, realizing that he's not going to be with Valerie, and he got with Sam.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
growing.
Like, why
It's
did
growing.
you create this? Why would you do that? With the disposable black girl, I was just like, why are you?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it kind of sucks, you know. Danny was at his lowest. Sam turned him away. Valerie made him better, and then Danny went back to Sam. I mean, shit happens real life. You know, it kind of sucks, but it is something that happens. Not everybody is gonna be for you. Just because you have a great connection right off the bat doesn't mean y'all gonna end up together. But I get it. It's a cartoon, and you want to see your characters flourish and be together. You know, it is what it is.
Creating black girls as side characters, mind you, only to help better your white characters. That's it. They don't even have like their own personal stories. They're just there just to benefit and help the white characters in these stories. And it happens all the time. And I'm gonna say something that's probably unpopular, but I'm gonna make
Let's
a
hear
video
it.
about why personally I did not enjoy Princess and the Rock. I
Okay.
would say if Tiana
That might be
wasn't
controversial,
the
but I'm not
initial
sure.
princess, she would have been a disposable black girl. Listen, if you really look into the movie,
I
it was
haven't
like
seen
they
it in
were
a
creating
long time.
Charlotte to
It's been a
be the
long
main
time.
character in Tiana's own movie. And when
That's
you're watching
crazy.
in this movie, you're realizing that Charlotte was essentially more of a main character than Tiana. And when it came to Naveen, it was like Tiana was there to better him up, and Tiana was there helping Charlotte with her desires and wanting to marry a prince. Her character was essentially helping other characters. If Princess of Raw wasn't about Tiana, I'm 100%
Really?
sure that Naveen would have married Charlotte. Tiana was helping him cook. Tiana was helping him how to do basic
Well, yeah,
life
yeah.
skills.
I
Honestly,
mean, from what I can see, because I haven't seen, legitimately, I have not seen this movie in like probably a decade, right? The Princess and the Frog is an old movie, right? She is a helper. This other lady, if I can find it, yeah, she eventually becomes a princess, but she's a helper. This lady here, she is the one in the dress. Look at what Tiana is wearing. She is the helper. In reality, 9 times out of 10, the prince is not going to get with the helper. He's only going to get with a princess. So until she goes from a helper to a princess, like status wise, it makes sense that these two will get together because she's already up there. When it comes to high status males, this guy's a 10. He literally has a crown. He literally is royalty, right? He has a chiseled jawline. He is a 10 out of 10. Every woman wants to be with him. And you have this woman who appears to be a 10 versus the helper, who, even though she is beautiful, hierarchy status wise, she ain't up there. So yeah, I mean, in her own movie, it takes her going from help to becoming royalty. It's gonna take time for that shit to cook. She's not automatically right off the bat gonna get the prince just because she's a little cute, because she's cute as well. This woman here is also cute, but she also has status. And status is important in life. If it wasn't, there wouldn't be rich people.
I was helping him cook. Tiana was helping him how to do basic life skills. Honestly, prepping him to marry the princess, aka Charlotte. They had an underlining black girl disposable trope in Princess and the Frog. It was intentional. The disposable black girl
Bro, look what
trope
she's
happens
wearing.
all the time, and it can also be for friends. Almost every media has
The
a
black
black
girlfriend,
girl being a
best
black
friend.
character as the best friend to a white
Yeah,
character, and
yeah.
they're just
The show ain't
there
about
for the
us.
white characters so that
Yeah,
the
the
white
show ain't
characters
about
can look up.
us. The
I
show is about
cannot
them.
name off the top of my head in which a show does not have the disposable black girl trope. The only way the disposable black girl trope doesn't happen is if it's in a predominantly black cast. That's
Yes, because this show is about us. It is about black people. These other shows are not about us. They are about the white people. So yes, the black people are there as representation, which is actually important, right? I'd rather have the black best friend character than not have any black characters at all, right? We need to have some form of representation. Hopefully it's good representation, right? Have the black best friend maybe have their own side arc, because they are characters as well. They have their lives as well. Maybe they don't get with somebody, but maybe they have a on-side boyfriend that shows up from time to time to let us know, hey, this person is also in a relationship and they're doing successful in their life in the show, right? It's but I get it. It's about getting rid of the disposable black girl trope. But you guys got to remember, at the end of the day, a lot of the times, bro, black people will get looked at as the side character, as the second place, as the second face, as the uh you get the silver medal, you know? And it should change. I think there should definitely be more black representation and more shows in general that aren't just all black that prop up black people. There should definitely be some white shows that have black people that are doing amazing things. Now, granted, I don't watch TV, so these shows might actually exist. What's that show with Donald Glover? I've seen his meme with the pizza. He walks in with the pizza, right? Is that a show that shows, hey, there's good black representation? I feel like it would if Donald Glover's working on it, right? But I'm not watching these TV shows, so I don't really know. But I can get what you're saying, because when I was watching TV and watching these cartoons, like, yeah, you would watch the side black character like Tucker, right? Danny's best friend, right? He's just a nerd. But then you get cool shows like Static Shock, and Static has a cool nerdy sidekick friend, and he's white. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely, there can be a balance. There can be a mix, but I get what you're saying. That you think the trope should stop. I'm feeling that, but you guys got to remember, the shows aren't about us. They might be made with our enjoyment in mind, but it was never about us.
that's the only way it's not gonna happen. And also, it happened in The Summer I Turned Pretty as well. Conrad was with this black girl just
Uh,
in order to help himself and really figure out what he wants. That was her
uh,
purpose in the show. It was just her to help Conrad for a
Figure
period of
himself out,
time. I hope that
bro. If anything, I would say that's kind of, this is, right? I'm a black male, right? As a black woman, you let me know how you feel about this,
show.
right?
It was just her to help
My take from seeing this constantly, right? constantly. This is one after the other. It's been a black woman helping another man rise to an occasion. Usually the occasion is another woman. But if anything, that should be the spark of hope right there. Maybe that should be something that we build upon when we're creating a media about black women, how helpful they are. Because legitimately in real life, like no crap, legitimately, there's been times where you could hear about many of famous people, many a story about, hey, the first people that were there to help support were black women. And then eventually they go off and do something else. And then they leave black women and they sometimes even shame black women on their way out. But black women were they were the ones there to help actually support and move the foundation so this person can get bigger. So I feel like, that's amazing. Shout out to black women for doing that, because I feel like they don't get credited enough, because they really, when a black woman supports you, they legitimately support you. Like, and I felt it in my life just in general. Every black woman that's been supporting me, like, shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Um, but I think we should definitely improve upon this formula to tell the greater narrative and the greater story behind, hey, they just help. They do more than just help. They do more than just support. Show that they're actually, show what makes them do these things. Show what show show in the film or the media the emotion and the expression that makes black women so great, which is their ability to take somebody and make them better. Because whatever that is the story that needs to be told. And that is what should be portrayed in whatever black series or even white series that has a black character, instead of just using this woman and saying, hey, yeah, she built up our side character. Okay, now she's out of the picture. Keep her in the picture. Show what else does she do? Does she have something? Is she helping other people? Is she giving back to the community? Blase, blase, right? Give her more than just a stepping stone purpose. Give her her own ship and say, hey, I'm going to help you out and then I'm going to send you on your way, but make it so it's in her benefit. What did she also gain from this experience? Did she learn another side of herself helping this other person? These stories definitely need to be told, and I'd love to see it portrayed in media more. This is a great video.
Comrade,
Absolutely
a
great video.
good
I'm hitting the
time.
like,
I
yapping
hope
about
that I
nostalgia.
can watch
It's a good
something
video.
that do not have
Yo, shout out to Karuto in the Discord, bro. Shout out to the Discord, link down below. That's where this amazing video came from.
a black girl to be disposable. This trope is really harmful. It's harmful for black girls watching
It
this and
is.
also for
It
other
is.
demographics watching this, because
It
with the
is.
disposable black girl trope, it's like they're
You get used to it.
programming the audience mind to realize that black girls are undesirable, that they're always second to a lighter skinned woman. It sucks too, because I have spoken to some people in which they feel as though they're lesser than compared to a lighter
Damn, that's
complexion,
sad.
because they've been watching media and the media constantly loves
Yes, the
push out
media
the narrative
does.
that
Yes,
even though
yes.
you're really
Media is big.
beautiful inside and out, you will always compare second to a white character.
Let's see this. Asian women, Asian men rating 11%, negative 16%. Wow, that's crazy. Negative 1%, 7%. Black men, 3%, negative 3%, 3%, negative 3%. Latino men, 7%, negative 22%, 6%, 9%. White men, 6%, negative 18%, 2%, 10%. Yeah, that's insane. That's absolutely insane, man. Ugh. And remember, this is like data. This is from different places, right? At the end of the day, it is legitimately due to media. The media says black women aren't valued. You hear it in the music, black women aren't valued. You see it all around, black women aren't valued, right? So in return, they are not valued. If the media was to switch and say, "Hey, black women are valued. Black women are amazing." Remember, uh, MC Hammer. I like big butts, and I cannot lie. Right? This was back when all the girls were just super thin. And then shout out to the black girls, because the black girls have the big butts. And that immediately raised their status because it was popular, it was popping, and it was everywhere. But then everybody started getting fake butts, BBLs, and all this other stuff to try and match the black women what they naturally have. And that's competition, right? There's competition in the gene pool. People want whatever they want, but especially if it's portrayed in the media to be valued higher than maybe what somebody personally wouldn't value it as high as, right? I personally, as a black man, wouldn't say my black woman rating is a negative 3%. I think that's crazy. Like, if you have a negative, that's like you saying you don't want them, right? I love black women. I love all women, but I love black women too. You know what I'm saying? So definitely these things need to change when it comes to media, and it's up to us. I mean, bro, I'm 26. I'm an adult, right? So when I start making music, I'm gonna talk about, hey, how amazing black women are, right? Because that's me doing my part to change the negative stigma or the negative association with black women. And I get it. There's been a lot of black people to tear down black women, and for some specific reasons, they have a point, but that doesn't mean that every single point that they have is correct. And I think it's still down to the individual. And I get it. A lot of people do not think for themselves. So I can't even really blame them, because how can I blame somebody that doesn't think? Like, if you don't think, well, how can I blame you? You're just doing what you can't do, which is just act and not think, right? I can't really blame you for saying, hey, oh, they say they don't like black women. Well, I don't like them either. It's insane. And if you actually think about it, but like I said, most people don't think for themselves. They're not going to be able to cognizantly put that together. They're not going to be able to wrap their mind around, hey, somebody is saying one thing, and I'm just going to agree, because not humans are social creatures. This is what we do. One person says something, if they're high status, everybody else will listen. Right? It's just how it works. Monkey see, monkey do. Right? We've heard this all the time. We've heard this all the time. Right? So for me to do my part, I would definitely prop up black women, because black women are amazing. Point blank, period. No questions about it, right? Every single woman, regardless of their ethnicity, everybody has something that's negative. But it's up to us whether we put that negativity out into the world. And I feel like we don't need to do that. People only do it because it gets clicks and it's trendy. Fuck the trends. You know, say how you really feel. I love black women. I love Asian women. I love Latino women. I love white women. And I know there's a lot of people that are going to hate me for saying I like all these types of women. But it is what it is. Everybody has something that makes them shine. Also, everybody has something that makes them dull. And it's up for you to figure out what makes people shine and what makes people dull. And it's up to you to pick, hey, are the pros worth the cons? Because everybody has a con. Everybody has a pro. So weigh them, say which one's better, and then you pick it. And if you want to change your mind, you can. Nobody's. Hold on, my mic cut out. I hate my mic be cutting out sometimes. Anyways, give black women a try. And if you like it, amazing. Let's go. If you don't like it, okay, that's fine. There's always other people. There's other people to meet, other people to try. But when it comes down to actual media, definitely black women need to be portrayed in a more positive light, because they're not even going to get that chance to show themselves, to show, hey, we have something more valuable than just helping somebody else. There's something else in black women that makes them amazing, but it's not shown in the media. So people don't know about it. So people don't give them the benefit of the chance to actually prove themselves, right? I wouldn't be in the position I'm in if some person a long, long time ago didn't say, hey, maybe these black people are people too. Remember, think about that shit and let it sink in into your conscious, your subconscious as well. Things definitely need to change. And if you're not willing to make them change, watch them change around you. Let's continue. It's a great video.
We need to change that narrative immediately, because I'm so done to the point I don't even really watch media anymore, because I'll watch it and as soon as they add the black girl to be either the best friend or the disposable black girl, I turn it off. They need
Understandable.
to give us something new
Understandable.
and have a space for black girls, black women to really see themselves in a light that's more desirable, and how they're not competing for a position with a white character. They should never compete for that position. It's so yucky. Valerie, she needs justice because I'm still mad to this day how they didn't put Valerie and Danny. They were
And you
in
know,
game and
I love to see this and I love to hear this, bro, because for me as a young kid growing up watching Danny Phantom, I never paid attention to the love stuff. I only cared about going ghosts and beating up ghosts. But yes, everybody watches media for different reasons. Me and you watched the same show, but we paid attention to totally different parts. You know what I'm saying? So even though we both love the same show, I never even really paid attention to the Valerie arc. But apparently the Valerie arc mattered to you. So if it matters to you, obviously it's something that should be fleshed out. I totally agree. We're all watching and listening to the same things. We all just interpret it differently. Because whenever we're watching a media, we're not really watching the same thing. We're watching a different version of the same thing. Remember that. We're always watching some. So when you're watching this video, it's gonna hit you differently than the other person that watches it. It's always going to be different, and there's going to be parts that you all agree and like together, but you're all going to like it for different reasons. Everybody's going to like something for different reasons. There's always going to be like that one similar reason, but everybody's going to watch and like something for a different reason. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. It's very powerful. The way this world works, it's not a one shoe fits all type of deal, man. Everybody has a different shoe size for a reason. This shit's it's deep, man. It's deeper than just physical. So yeah, Danny and Valerie, you know, if this is a video that you've made, I definitely love to check it out.
still mad to this day how they didn't put Valerie and Danny. They were in game in my mind. They still are in game. Who's Sam? I don't know her, but it
Who?
was good to you guys
Sam
in the
who?
next video.
Yeah, it's a good video. Oh, my problems with the first Black Princess. Yeah, that's a good video. I should definitely check that out. But I will check it out when it's linked in the Discord down below. Link in the Discord. Join the Discord. Drop your videos because that's where this video came from. Shout out to my Discord, man. I appreciate you guys always giving me awesome new content to check out because the world is so big, bro. We can go anywhere we want. There is nothing holding us. Algorithm, fuck that, bro. I have money. I can pay to push this video out somewhere else. So let's go ahead and encourage and raise up Black women because they need it. They need the support because they support all these other people. Why can't they get some support? It's your boy KhunShawn, man. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.